Put some respect on my name.
All right, so we're back. As you can see, we're going to talk some college football first. But, of course, we're going to talk some NFL with a special guest. We're going to talk some NBA. You know, we break down strange news for you and give you what you need, what you want. And you know how we do it, what we do. I need you to click that subscribe button, and I need you to give us a thumbs up. Right, King? King's
Indeed.
going to give it a thumbs up. I'm going to give
I
it.
always do. I mean, why wouldn't I give us a thumbs up? It's an awesome show, man.
Right. And, so I need everybody out there to click that thumbs up and leave some comments, some questions, whatever. We'll get back at you. But anyway, let's get to it, man. First off, college football. So, the big story in college football, Gamecocks 6-2, rolling through the SEC East, preparing to upset Georgia, to shake up the college football playoff, and then ultimately upset Clemson to really shake up the college football playoff. I think South Carolina is probably the most pivot to probably the most important team. It's the most important team in the country right now. And, the most impactful team on the playoff because they're about to shake things up at the end of the season here.
No, I mean, come on, let's be real, man. I mean, South Carolina's only in the story because they play a couple of the top teams going down the end here. So, yeah, they will have some bearing on the playoffs, but themselves, they're nowhere close to being in it. So let's just scratch that off the list. We'll start the list off with Georgia. Of course, you guys are taking on Georgia this week. That game
number one team in the country.
That game is between the hedges in Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and pencil Georgia in for 60 points. South Carolina for 17, 56-17. Scratch that one. All right. That's over. I think you guys are what 24 points.
Man.
You guys are 24-point dogs, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Seriously?
How it was 40-point dog and they won?
Yeah, they had Cam Newton's brother. Y'all ain't got him.
Anyway.
But I don't know. What do you think about the rankings? Let's just go with the top four right now. We got Georgia, Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson. Do you think that's accurate? Is that on your list of how you think they should be ranked right now?
Well, I hate to say it. I think your boys should be ahead of Clemson.
Look, man. Okay, we're trying to have a serious conversation.
We're just looking at just this season. Ain't talking about Clemson and the fact that we know they've been a top team, blah, 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 blah. I'm saying for right now, same conference, one's undefeated, one lost to a big underdog, right? It's not like they lost to Florida State. Well, Florida State, of course, down this year, but let's just say Florida State was what they normally are, and they lost in some thriller game by 1 or 2 points, right? Like if they lost how Penn State lost to Ohio State. But they lost to Syracuse, okay? So now, I'm saying right now, but the beauty of it is if they stay on the course they're on, they both get a chance to play each other, so Clemson would have a chance to make up that gap. But to me, I don't see how you can have Clemson in there and not Miami.
Okay. For me,
I mean, I hadn't paid much attention to them, but does Notre Dame have an L?
They do. They lost to Georgia. That was a pretty close game they lost to.
Okay. All right. So, okay. I mean, that's – okay.
I mean, with me, it's kind of hard for me to be not biased against Notre Dame because I really hate the Irish. But I still think they're outside of the top four to me. My top four would be Georgia, Alabama, Oklahoma, Ohio State. That would be my top four right now. Notre Dame, I just think strength of schedule, they'll have their chances here. And, if they run the table, they probably do deserve to be in the 3 or the 4 spot. To me, I think Clemson needs to step down just because of who they lost to. I think they're a strong team. And this committee, it takes everything into accounting. They don't just take, your losses. They look at who you lost to, what were the circumstances why you lost. And so they take that all into effect. Being a Miami fan, to me, only reason we're on the outside looking in is because we have not looked impressive in some of these victories against some of these lesser teams. Yes, we are winning. Yes, we are undefeated. But, we struggled with Florida State. Some other teams have blown them out. We struggled with Georgia Tech. Some other teams have blown them out. We struggled with Syracuse. Some other teams have blown them out. So, I think that's why Miami's on the outside looking in. But my top 10, I can't have Notre Dame in there based on their strength of schedule. And I can't have Clemson in there because they lost to Syracuse. So I put Oklahoma and Ohio State up there in the 3 and 4 spot. Only reason that in that order is because Oklahoma played Ohio State head-to-head and beat them. And Ohio State just had a huge win against Penn State. So I would keep them ahead of that. I would actually move Penn State into the 6th or the 7th spot based on that and have Clemson and Notre Dame trailing them too.
All right. So that's it. Of course, we know Miami and Virginia Tech, right? Play this week.
Yep.
That should be a good game.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out a lot this week. We've got Georgia. Georgia's gonna have a small contest against South Carolina. I mean, it's still an SEC conference game, so you can't say anything about it. Notre Dame's got a pretty weak opponent this week.
Let's get that right. South Carolina is beating Georgia this week.
Okay, if y'all beat Georgia, that will put a small damper in their plans, but they'll still win the East, and they'll still represent them in the SEC championship. So they'll still get their chance at Alabama. So it doesn't matter what you guys do this week or not. You're not going, so don't worry about it. We've already discussed that. You guys are going nowhere, okay? You'll be in the Belt Bowl in Charlotte, so just hang out. Right now, we're talking about contenders, okay? So let's just keep it right there for right now, okay? So I really think Penn State is out of the championship run. They still got an outside chance to get in, but they need a lot of help. Ohio State is looking good to get in, although they're on the outside looking in right now. Oklahoma still got a tough road ahead. They still got Bedlam this week, so anything can happen in that Bedlam game. I want to say they're underdogs, so Oklahoma State, I want to say. So anything can happen with that. Clemson's playing NC State this week at NC State. So anything can happen there because NC State's looking pretty good, and Clemson hasn't been exactly sharp the last couple of weeks.
In Clemson, the kicker.
Yeah, they should have beat them.
That game.
Yeah, they should have beat them last year. So anything can happen with that. And then you've got Alabama and LSU. Anything can happen with that game as well, although I think Alabama will handle business. Of course, Miami and Virginia Tech play each other this week, and also Notre Dame's going to get tested next week when they have to come to South Florida and play Miami as well. So we're going to find a lot out these next couple of weeks. So the standings where they're at now, well, they won't stay that way. They'll always change.
All right. So I'm glad you said that. All right. So what I need everybody to do is leave a comment. Tell us what you think about the top 4 rankings that just came out and who would be in your top 4. And we'll respond to you. Also, you can tweet at us and hit us up on Facebook with your thoughts. And we will definitely get back at you as quick as possible. So, we like to interact with our viewers and listeners. So anyway, hey, we're going to take a break. We're going to come right back with a special guest. We're going to break down this week's NFL game between the Broncos and our Philadelphia Eagles. So make sure you stay tuned for that. All right. So hang on. We'll be right back. All right. We're back. As promised, special guest. It's been way, way too long since he's been on the show. My man Glass from Get With It Sports, not only a friend of the show, but also a brother of the show.
Sure.
So Glass, man, how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing okay, man. But I'm just let y'all know. You know what? Y'all my bros from the illustrious Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Well, hopefully we'll be bros after this episode because y'all ain't gonna intimidate me, man. Y'all ain't gonna lining this up.
Whoa. You got this all twisted, man. Look, first of all, this is a family show. We're all about family. We ain't here to intimidate nobody. We're just telling you our team's better than yours. I mean, that's not intimidation. That's just facts. So we'll discuss that later, but it's all love, man. We good, man. We good.
We are. Just like family, we know brothers have the best fights, right? So
that's true.
I know.
The big brother always wins. Just remember that.
Well, all that said, of course you're Broncos fans. Anybody who's watching can tell. And last week, we had a 49er fan on, and he was so embarrassed by his team, he wore a mask. So at least you got a team where you can show your face. You know what I mean? So,
once again, I noticed you've been lining us up. 2 weeks ago, you had Hate on here, whooping on Carolina.
That's how the schedule played out.
Right. You line them up and knock them down. I got you, bro.
Hey, it's working, so we gotta keep finding people.
And now you're the next domino. That's just the way it goes.
Right. Now, the fact that you guys are a West Coast team coming east and playing at 1 o'clock, that has nothing to do with the outcome. It's simply the fact that you came on our show that it impacts the outcome of this game. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so of course the Eagles take on the Denver Broncos this week. Broncos, you say on a little bit rough streak, right? What, 3 in a row they've lost? All right. So my first question is, will Trevor Siemian be the starting quarterback when they come to Philadelphia on Sunday?
You know what? We got to know how Paxton Lynch looked. It's easy to say, yeah, Paxton Lynch going to slide up in there, but only Vance Joseph know how he looks at practice. Now, if he don't show any kind of improvement, then we got to stick with what we got. You know what I'm saying? I still believe in Trevor Siemian to a certain point. I ain't going to put it all on Trevor's plate because the offensive line sucked. They got holes all over the place. And every throw he threw an interception on, he was on the run. Threw against his body. The last one was he throwing against his body across the field. That wasn't going to work. You're not that good.
Bad throw.
Right, exactly. So why we picked up Brock Osweiler back, I have no idea. We can't throw him in there because, as you could tell, with Simeon running all over the place, Brock doesn't run. So he going to get sacked even more. I forgot how it went. Was it 6 touchdowns to 14 interceptions with where Simeon is right now? You know what? We all in now. We're in the 8th week. It is what it is. We're in second place right now, 3 and 4. It is what it is, man. We're just gonna ride it out till we can't ride it no more, man. So we just wait till next year. I'm already looking at Kirk Cousins.
Oh gosh.
Hey. Well, like I said, the coach is kind of determined to ride this Simeon train out because even John Gruden during the game last night was screaming, I'd make a change, I'd make an adjustment, and it was, to me, he wasn't getting the blocking that he needed, but still throwing across the body and throwing some of those interceptions he threw last night kind of questions decision making.
Right.
And I'm not sure if Paxton Lynch is the answer to it. I guess we need to find out. As Denver fans, you would need to find out what you got right there. Maybe you do need to make.
He was a first-round pick, so you can't just let him keep sitting if the other guy's struggling, right? Because obviously he has the physical attributes that you thought let's get him in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what they do. But when you mentioned Brock, it reminded me of how big a favor the Texans did you guys.
Oh,
because you guys trying to sign.
We don't have to pay him
to a fat contract, and
right,
gave him a little more. And he's like, "All right, I'm bouncing because there's no state tax in Texas." And
and to piggyback on what Kane just got through saying, why would we throw Paxton up in there now? We're at Arrowhead Stadium going against a 6-2, well now 7-2 Kansas City Chiefs. Might as well just ride this out, man.
Well, yeah. And if he hadn't gotten the reps in practice, do you really want to throw him out there in
exactly
fire? Unless you just hand the ball off or something. All right, so this is the portion of the show where we give the opposing fan or opposing expert a chance to explain why your team will defeat the Eagles.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
It shouldn't take long. So
go ahead.
Listen,
you got 30 seconds.
Just like we got whooped by a winless New York Giants team, all I know is we got a chance. You guys were 7-1. That means what? Am I here to amuse you, bro? Anyway,
you know what you sound like? You sound like Floyd Mayweather.
I thought you gave me 30 seconds, bro.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want you to interrupt me.
You gonna reclaim your time?
Anyway, y'all
7-1,
so that means we have a chance. So just like the New York Giants snuck up in there and whooped us, we're gonna go up into Lincoln Financial and come up out there with a W because we do have a legit defense I know the offense sucks, but we do have a legit defense. We got to keep you guys under
30.
Oh, we got you. You will not score 30 points on us. Yeah. But anyway, we will keep you under 17. All we got to do is find a way. Hey, I'm asking, boy, do I abuse you guys? Anyway, we're going to tell Trevor, keep the turnovers low. Don't throw the ball too much. We're going to use the run game. I know C.J. Anderson didn't play. It's this time. C.J. Anderson, and we're going to have running back by committee. Keep you guys away from the ball. Keep Carson Wentz on the sidelines. And we're going to win by a field goal. You heard it here first.
You really don't believe that, do you?
Watch.
There's no way in the world you actually believe what you just said.
Watch.
No,
do we have a legit defense? Do we have a legit defense?
And tweeting at you throughout the game. All right, so.
Hey, you know how they say, when you backed up in the corner, you only got one way to go, forward.
Down.
Yeah.
All right, let me put this out here. Hey. Here's the gentleman's bet. I see what y'all did with hate. I'm cool with that. The loser, I'll even make it for y'all. Oh, here we go. The loser has to have the opponent's colors. I'm gonna make it for y'all. It's gonna be a holding the L for the week.
Okay.
I had the avatar on Twitter.
All right. I'll do that. I'll take that bet.
All right. Cool.
I'll take that bet because Trevor Siemian is the quarterback.
Oh, see, y'all.
Okay. You know here's the one thing that might help y'all have a respectable showing is Jason Peters is out, and y'all got Von Miller.
Okay. Let me tell y'all this, man. I know y'all on the high horse. I understand that y'all on top of the world right now. I see y'all. Then I woke up today seeing that y'all got the running back from Miami,
yeah.
Jay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, I know y'all over there jumping for joy and everything. It's all good, man. But somebody gonna have to put that. We're gonna find that little chink in the armor, and we're gonna take advantage of that. We coming out with a W.
I just told you what it is. Now, the question is, that whole West Coast to East Coast thing, I think it's real. And, so by the time Von Miller is really awake, we probably be up by like 27, 28 points. But, I know you said that, Philadelphia, we riding high. But from what I understand in Denver, they really ride high.
Oh.
That might be part of the decline of the team. Like before those laws, they were Super Bowl champs.
Man, I'm telling you right now. Okay, yeah, your defense is legit. You've got 2 or 3 good defensive backs. The secondary is strong. Your linebackers are very good against the run. The defensive line can get pressure. But the other side of the ball is going to cost you some points. They're going to put the defense in a bad situation, just like they did last week, just like they did the previous week, just like they did the week before that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pencil Trevor Siemian in for 2 interceptions. We're gonna get 14 points off of Denver turnovers. So go ahead and pencil that in. Not only are we riding that horse, but this is a Bronco we're riding, and we're gonna ride him till the shoes get off. We're gonna ride him to death. So put it this way, Von Miller, we're gonna take him by Chicky and Pete's, or take him down to Broad Street, get him a cheesesteak. But trust me, he will not be a factor in this game. We're going to neutralize him with Lane Johnson on that edge. So don't worry about, him. I'm not worried about it. Okay? Stop this offense. That's what I'm talking about. And we will, pretend that stopping your offense is a challenge. So that's the way I see it.
So Lane Johnson's left tackle, huh?
All right, so let's get to it.
No, we're going to leave him at right tackle.
Glass, let's tell everybody where they can find you on I know you're on YouTube. Tell them where they can find you on Twitter or wherever else you are, because I want to make sure everybody follows the Glass, and hit him up and remind him how wrong he was on our show now.
Okay.
Take that L.
Okay. Well, you know what? You can find me on YouTube at Get With It Sports 2. You can find me on our Spreaker page. Get With It Sports Media, Twitter at Get With It Sports, and Sunday I will be on high Sunday on Twitter, going against these brothers right here at Get With It Sports, Facebook.com/Get With It Sports. You can contact us via email at getwithitsports2. That's number 2 at gmail.com. And be prepared to change them avatars.
All right. So tell everybody what they can expect when they tune into your show.
Oh, we talk everything with 2 cents deposit on sports. Me and my partner in crime, Brandon, give out 2 cents on every topic, recent topic in the sports world that week. So yeah,
like I said,
check us out.
I like to point out that I love reading. I love reading your articles, man. Your previews for the upcoming weeks are always great. I enjoy that contact. I really, really enjoy your top 5.
The Power 5.
Yeah, your teams for the NFL season. I'd like to point out right now who's at the top of your list.
Okay.
Who would that be?
Them Birds.
Okay, just checking.
Birds. Yeah, you know what?
Do you have the Broncos on your list?
No, I keep it real.
Okay.
So just like I tell Big Q, I'm gonna tell you guys. I used to like the Philadelphia Eagles till I met you too.
No, you probably could deal with us before we got Carson Wentz, but now we got Wentz. You don't like us anymore, and you know why that is? Because we're a threat now. Okay.
Wagon, baby. Wentz wagon.
Y'all get ready to catch this. You got some.
I like how he brought up the fact that he thinks their best chance is the fact that the Giants beat them.
No, I'm just saying, just like the Giants snuck in on us, we're gonna sneak in on y'all.
Like, you remember Buster
Douglas? Y'all already looking past us. That's the advantage we got.
That's it. We don't make that mistake. We don't look past nobody.
You remember Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson? See, we got a chance.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You know, McGregor thought he had a chance against Mayweather. Everybody's got a chance. What Mike Tyson said, until you get hit. Everybody got a plan.
Everybody got a plan. You punch in the mouth. That's right.
Okay.
I respect the Broncos, though. I do respect y'all's defense, though. I mean, the defense is legit. I just think with your lack of running game and your quarterback situation.
Running game. Lack of running game. That's all good. That's all good.
Like the best run defense in the NFL.
Yeah, so C.J. Anderson will be neutralized. So it's going to be on Simeon to move the ball. And from what I saw last week, he throws that ball against the grain and throws it across the middle again. You can just – that ain't going to work.
Plus,
Vance Joseph got to show that up, bro.
He got Fletcher Cox in his lap this week. All right, so I'm glad I got you two together because I know you two is excited about this as I am. So after Sunday's game, Glass may not be excited. But on November 7th, the 30 for 30 of Ric Flair, Nature Boy, is premiering. So I know I'm excited about this. Shout out Nature Boy for kicking out of death. That's a hard thing to do. But
shout out him for kicking the bottle, and more like it than kicking death.
Yeah, he kicking death, boy. Death is sitting there.
No, it's
time, bro.
Family, don't say goodbye. Go in there and say goodbye to him. Like they thought he was gone. So he's still kicking it. But anyway.
He's just waiting till the 30 for 30 is over.
The whole death angle is just to get more publicity for the movie. All right, here's the deal. We're going to say you're in the hospital. You go to Bahamas for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you know what happened? Death gonna put that figure 4 leg lock on his ass. That's what's going to happen.
Okay.
He didn't tap out, all right? He's going to get his last ride in glory, okay?
Just wait until the 30-30 come out. Then you can come get me. Death like, all right, man. All right.
We'll be back.
Death gonna be sitting next to the bed watching 30-30 for with him. All right, man. After the show, we going, right?
All right, that movie over yet? Go on.
Hey, Death Hickman like, hell, no, Death not yet. It's coming on again right after it go off. We can watch it again.
I got it on DVR. Let me watch it 10 more times.
I'm waiting on the 30 for 30 podcast. You know they do that. I listen to it on my phone.
I don't know why you want to watch this. My man. There's got to be some cartoons on,
Oh,
news,
really? Okay.
something
All right.
on
Now,
TV.
Kane, I know where you from. Don't act like you didn't grow up on Ric Flair. Don't act like you wasn't at the Anderson Coliseum every Thursday night when Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen came to.
Hey, like everything, I grew up. I realized, hey, I used to watch Scooby Doo. I don't watch it no more. Okay, so you grow up, you evolve, and you get past these fake stories and fake articles and fake athletes. I mean, you think they're real athletes. I'll give you maybe one or two of them were actually legitimate athletes, but the rest of them are a bunch of actors. Okay, they're
Eric,
bad actors at that.
I actually thought you was gonna come on here with a Ric Flair robe on and a platinum blonde hair, a platinum blonde wig on. Bro.
It is Halloween, but
I know. I was shocked.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm glad you didn't do it though.
My son was The Rock for
gosh.
Thanksgiving. I'm not Thanksgiving. Halloween. What am I saying?
See, he's already misguided the next generation.
Yeah,
see what he's doing?
Right?
I sound like I've been in Denver already or something, but sound like I'm rolling with Josh Gordon.
Ow!
Anyway, all right, so let's get to it. Glass, I know you said a field goal, so you anticipate. I'm guessing you're anticipating a low-scoring game.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You
got to keep it low to win.
All right. What about you? What about you, Kane?
I'm anticipating the butt whooping is what I'm anticipating. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead. I got my boys by 13 at least. Okay, I'm gonna go 13 for the margin. Okay, we're gonna go with the Eagles, 31-17. 31-17 over the Broncos. And like I said, we're gonna get some gimme points. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a fumble return, a pick six, something. We're gonna get some gimme points from Trevor Siemian because he's been handing them out like Skittles at Halloween. So we got this. It's coming. 31-17 Birds in Lincoln Financial Field. You're not coming over to the East Coast and doing that, man.
So, what's your cornerback name? Talib. He's gonna act like a thug in Philly.
By any means necessary, bro.
Is he gonna try to snatch somebody's chain or anything like that now? Because
by any means necessary, bro.
That ass, all right, you know. You ain't gotta worry about the players. You gotta worry about when they make it rain in Philly, it ain't with dollar bills. It's with batteries.
and you're lucky it ain't snowing this week.
But Talib, I guess he probably ain't gonna be able to pump Alshon. That should be
why not?
I mean,
I've seen Alshon in action here in Chicago. Why not? We could pump him.
Now he might hold Alshon a few catches, but what I'm saying is he ain't gonna just run up on him and grab his chain or nothing like that. I mean, he might shut him down because Alshon ain't really been doing much this season.
He's our decoy, man. You worried all about Alshon, and then we got Nelson Aguilar in the slot just tearing you a new butt. I mean, so
Aguilar stepped up big time. All right, so I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Shocker. To win. Now, I'm going to give Vance Joseph some advice. Don't put Lynch in this week. Wait till next week when he got a chance to be a little more successful, when he's not traveling across the country on a short week. So all the factors are kind of against the Broncos. They're kind of in a bad spot going across the country, short week, playing at 1 o'clock, playing a team whose defensive line is probably going to dominate should dominate their offensive line. But who do the Broncos have next week after Eagles?
I think it's Raiders. Might be.
Okay, yes, that'd be a much better defense to start the Paxton Lynch era again.
See, you always stop thinking ahead, but you got to take care of what's in front of you first.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so
matter of fact, no, go ahead, think ahead. I take that back.
I'm giving your coach advice. I'm trying to help Denver out. You know what I mean? Trying to help John Elway out. Elway, I know you think you know a lot about quarterbacking. Call me. I'll help you out, player. I was the 4th-string emergency quarterback my senior year in high school. So
I'm sure you saw a lot of action.
No,
I take that back. We played the Patriots after y'all.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Well,
you don't want to do
their
that
defense
either,
is
then.
pretty bad. So yeah, that might be a good place to start. Paxton Lynch era. All right. So Glass, tell you right one more time where they can follow you on Twitter and where they can find your show, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you brothers having me on. Backing up my beautiful blue and orange. You can find me, Glass, at Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports the way you want it. Spreaker at Get With It Sports Media, where we have all our shows at. YouTube, whenever we go back live, Get With It Sports 2, that's number 2. You can follow me on Twitter at Get With It Sports, where I'll have my orange on, and these brothers will have the orange backgrounds also with holding the L. And Facebook / Get With It Sports. Email me at getwithitsports2. That's number 2 at gmail.com. Shouts out to my Urban Arena brothers here and my frat brothers also.
All right. So make sure you check out Glass and make sure you check out the game on Sunday. All right. And tweet at us all. And, let's just make this a big community. All right. So,
Yeah, rub that dirt off your hat there.
We're going to get out of here, and we'll be right back at you. We're going to talk some NBA and some strange news, all right? All right, we're back. So big shouts to my man Glass from Get With It Sports. Make sure you follow him on Twitter. Make sure you check out the show. Good dude. Great show. Very entertaining. So make sure you check him out. All right. Anyway, let's get to it, man. This week, basketball, of course, NBA season's here. We're always talking NBA. Anything surprised you so far this year?
I got a big surprise right here in the city where I live at, man. The Orlando Magic are leading the East. And not just the Atlantic, the whole Eastern Conference.
And they beat the Cavs, right?
Yeah, they beat the Cavs. Yeah. And I was at the Spurs game. They beat the brakes off the Spurs. Now, the Spurs didn't have Kawhi Leonard, but still, this is the Spurs we're talking about. They're supposed to be at least competitive with anybody in this league on any given night. It didn't happen. When I say that game was over at halftime, it was over at halftime. So big shout out to, the Orlando Magic in the East are doing their thing. And also the Boston Celtics have been on a roll right here with Kyrie Irving really doing his thing too. Kyrie Irving and Jason Tatum. They've been doing their thing, having a good series here so far. And Cleveland has started out slow out of the gate. I read a story that the Cavaliers had one of those players only meetings because they said they're not having any fun playing and chemistry's not there and not meshing. But hey, you never know in the NBA season how these kids are going to get grouped together. So it's kind of hard to say.
Golden State starting out slow.
Yeah, 76ers look good. Maybe the process is beginning to work. Your boy Embiid is doing something, so he's having a good season. But what I'm really impressed with.
Call me in February.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Not Ben Wallace. I'm sorry, Simmons. Simmons has been really impressive so far. So, there's some prizes in that's just the East right there. So the West, I can't say there's any major surprises yet. I don't think Golden State's got off to the start that everybody thought they would get off to, but I just think they're in cruise control right now. They can turn it on when they need to turn it on. So that's the thing.
One thing, yeah, I was reading about a lot of people saying that possibly the season starting earlier, sort of screwed with some teams. Less training camp. You know what I mean? Like they're just not as sharp, and especially like the veteran teams. They're like just mentally and physically, they're not used to being in the regular season. Used to regular season like starting this week and not like a week or two ago. And I do remember seeing something about the Warriors. Kerr told them to stay away and only show up like when at the absolute last minute. Instead of a lot of teams get together early and kind of have a pre-camp before camp and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, stay away, let your bodies rest because obviously they played last few years to the end of the season, right? So, all that could have an impact, but I think by January, probably by mid-December, a lot of stuff would have corrected itself. Our Detroit and Orlando going to be at the top of the conference? Probably not. I guess it's possible. We gotta send you down, get some Magic players on the show, man. I'm trying to think who they have. I know they got Gordon.
I mean, that's the lone superstar on the team. After that, it's just a bunch of role players.
Yeah.
I was sitting in the stands like, who the hell is this guy? I've never heard of this guy. but when they playing basketball, man, I'm telling you, I guess the player that's off to the best start on the team is Evan Fournier, who is he's an international player, but he's got a sweet stroke from the outside. And he's been pretty hot so far starting the season. He shot San Antonio's lights out that night for sure. But yeah, this is really a starless team other than Aaron Gordon, and only reason you know him is because of the dunk contest. So I mean,
yep, exactly. All right. So Lakers kind of up and down, still trying to fit the pieces together. I see some positive things, but definitely a lot of growth required there. I am glad to see Nance starting and Randall coming off the bench. I think Randall's game sort of lends itself to leading like a second unit, especially when you have Lonzo as kind of your ball distributor instead of running the offense through Randall. Which made sense when you had a D'Angelo Russell at point, but with Lonzo at point, I think it makes sense for Randall to sort of handle that second unit, which he seems to be doing. Anyway, you got any Laker thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, up and down. I thought we'd be a better team moving the ball. The ball seems to hit some dead spots sometimes. I think we put up a lot of early shots, and that may be just the offense since we do have Luke Walton, who is coach, coming from Golden State. And so tempo was always a thing in Golden State. Up and down the court, move the ball, get the best quick available shot. The team's not there yet. A lot of inexperience, a lot of young players. This team really, really needs a star veteran. And so that's what Magic's working for this year in free agency and the next year. So with the cap space that they're selling, Magic said they can get 2 max contracts in there under the current situation. So I think that's what they're waiting on, trying to get these boys a little bit of experience and some chemistry together, and then waiting on next year to actually make a move. But I'm looking forward to them playing. Got tickets to come see them when they come to Orlando, so of course I'll be checking it.
Oh, when's that?
I want to say it's the end of December when they come to Orlando.
Okay. I may need to come down for that because
come on down, bro.
They come to Charlotte the same weekend we're gonna be in LA.
Cruel destiny.
Yeah, I know, right? But the Clippers have a game in Staples Center, so if you want to see the B team, I guess we could do that.
Yeah, we'll go check out the second string.
Tickets probably a lot cheaper.
They should be.
So anyway, let's get to it. Everybody loves strange news. So, we're going to keep bringing it to you. So I guess I'll go first this week, all right? So I read a story that in Paris, the home of fashion and art and, all that stuff.
Elsa's familiar with that.
The new passion in Paris is hatchet or axe throwing. So basically it looks the setup looks almost like a carnival game, like little games where you shoot, pop a shot or something like that. You shoot the ball, but instead, it's a bullseye. And people literally throw like small axes, and apparently it's become very popular because the gentleman who opened the business is already having to extend hours and is looking to expand. Because the demand has been so great. And apparently he started this in Canada, and it was successful there, and so he decided to bring it to Paris. I don't get the connection there. But I need to holler at Rory and see, if this is what they do in their free time, throwing axes. I know Canada is full of like a lot of trees and not much else, so I guess that would make sense. But ladies, if you are dating somebody and and he tells you no, his hobby or golf or video games or tennis or softball or baseball, whatever, these are normal hobbies. If he says his hobby is axe throwing, you might want to delete that number out of your phone and never answer again, okay? Because there's something not quite right about it.
He still might be a hell of a guy, though, so give him a chance first, though.
Yeah, or he could be an axe murderer. I just don't get the appeal. I guess I could see like one time, but like just to keep going back, like I get why people play paintball. I don't play, but I could see where that would be appealing, I guess. I just don't get the whole axe throwing thing. Like I'm just gonna stand.
You should try it. You should try it one time, see how it is.
I'm gonna stand like 8 feet from something and just throw an axe at it. Nah, I'm good.
It'll be fun.
All right. So what about you, Ken? What strange news do you have for us?
All right, man. I got a good one here. Okay. Apparently, this is going on in Hawaii. So big up to my Hawaii peeps. Maybe some of you can verify this story or give us some insight. Hit us up on Twitter. Let us know. Cans of Spam are now becoming common stolen items from shop and sold for quick cash. Now, people are actually going into stores, stealing Spam. Now, you know what Spam is. That's salty. I guess you call it breakfast meat, but some people use it for other purposes.
Meat-like, right?
Yeah, the meat-like substance. So people are, grocery stores, convenience stores. People are shoplifting Spam. And targeting this stuff to sell on the street. And it's getting so bad that shops are either running out of Spam or two, have to watch the Spam on the shelf to make sure people aren't shoplifting it for. And what they're doing is, I don't know if they're buying drugs with it or something like that, but people are lifting this stuff and it says they're using it as quick cash for quick drug money. So I guess people are selling Spam to make quick drug money in Hawaii. Apparently in Hawaii, Spam is really popular. They say it's the nation's highest per capita consumption of Spam is in Hawaii. They say the state's love affair with Spam began during the Second World War, when they start creating rations and the rise in the conditions of meat, and there was no refrigeration, so they had to have meats that could last. And of course, Spam is canned. And it's real salty, and it goes with rice, which is a big thing over there as well. So I don't know what it is. I mean, I hadn't had Spam in a long, long time. I would imagine it probably hasn't changed that much. But apparently, if we do take a vacation to Hawaii, I'm going to take me a case of Spam, and I'm going to trade it for some souvenirs. Because it seems like right now I can get souvenirs and get goods cheaper using Spam than I could cash. So that's I thought that was just crazy that people are actually stealing Spam and selling it for drug money.
We taking enough. We've come back with a car. We're gonna buy us a Corvette with Spam. All right, so
that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Like I said, I know some people, and like I said, I know some people don't believe this stuff. Like, man, these dudes have got to be making this crap up. But I always post a story after, go to our Twitter site. I'm going to put it out there so I'm not BSing you. So if you go to Hawaii, I invite everybody to take all the Spam you can carry and trade it for anything you want over there. Hey, I'm not telling you what to trade it for, you single guys, but hey, be careful over there because Spam is now currency in Hawaii.
Right.
So be careful.
Hey, girl. You know how many cans of Spam I got in the trunk right now?
Girl, you want some of this meat? Girl, I got canned. Girl, I got canned meat everywhere.
I got what you want. I got what you need.
Some of that Spam, baby. I'd do anything.
Heroin, Spam, Maine, that's going to next.
Hey, man. Hey, like I said, don't believe me. I'll put it out there. Read the story for yourself, people.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Spam. Wow. So in other words, if you go to a grocery store in Hawaii,
There's a chance there's a chance, yeah. There's a chance there's not going to be any spam on shelf because it's already been
Scam's gonna be
stolen.
locked up next to like the razors. You know how like they
Yeah.
have the case with the razors. You got to ask somebody to help you. You know the
Yeah.
$18.
Can you unlock the case so I can get some spam, please? Sure, yeah. Let me go get the store manager real quick, man.
All right, so we do appreciate everybody tuning in. Now we go to our special Kane's Corner time. So this is where Kane gives us his point of view on something that's going on in the world, and I'm hoping this has nothing to do with you, but probably does.
And there you go. But now I'm just hitting on this week. Today, especially, we had a big event in the NFL that is normally not a big event in the NFL, the NFL midseason trade deadline. Normally, this is the most boring event. Nobody ever talks about it. Nothing ever happens. Somebody might drop a kicker, and somebody might pick up a punter. But
I mean, this
was absolutely crazy. I mean, this was just unprecedented. You know, the wires were just burning up the last 2 days, and it started last night during the Monday night game when the San Francisco 49ers finally might have got their quarterback, but the Patriots traded on Jimmy Garoppolo from, now it seems like Tom Brady's going to play till he's 50 now. So they've made their decision because, just in a short amount of time, the Patriots have moved Jacoby Brissett, they've moved Garoppolo, and they still got Tom Brady, which everybody thought was going to be crazy. But they got it for a second-round pick from the 49ers. So you had Garoppolo getting moved.
Please pick up Kaepernick. Like, just the irony of Kaepernick being a Patriot would be awesome. Please.
That's not happening. Don't think that's going to happen for a second.
Well,
and then,
team that would want to thumb their nose at the league, it seemed like it would be that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's still not going to happen. I mean, this is Boston. This is Boston, okay? We all know the tension in the history of Boston, so that's not going to happen. But, the trade deadline was crazy. Kelvin Benjamin traded from the Panthers to the Buffalo Bills. Our Eagles. Yeah, our Eagles picked up Jay Ajayi from the Dolphins and a 4th-round pick. Thank you very much, Dolphins. I feel like the Dolphins are just hooking us up for no reason. They already took Byron Maxwell and Kiko Alonso off our payroll for us.
Yeah.
And now they just gave us
Maxwell. Yeah, that Maxwell.
Yeah, boy, that was a big one. And now they just gave us a Pro Bowl running back for a 4th-round pick. So I really appreciate it. The Houston Texans traded Dwayne Brown, who was the left tackle, to the Seahawks. Marcellus Darius got traded from Buffalo to Jacksonville. So a lot of this is crazy, man. This is unprecedented.
Right.
A lot of casual fans are probably watching this thinking, yeah, this happens all the time. No, this doesn't happen all the time where Pro Bowl level players are traded mid-season before the deadline. So we have some teams looks like they're either setting themselves up for the future or setting themselves up to rebuild in the near future. But I'm happy that my Eagles got Jay Ajayi, but this is crazy here. So I really enjoyed this deadline here more than any in recent memory.
Yeah. So now the Eagles got Jay and a blunt in the backfield.
Yeah. So we can roll a J or smoke a blunt. Either way you want to go, baby, we got you.
All right. So anyway, hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Like I said, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, hit us up on Twitter, Facebook. Hey, we're gonna have Spreaker soon, so we're gonna be doing podcasts. All right. Outside of the weekly outside of the weekly YouTube show, we're gonna have podcasts coming real soon. Working on setting up that Spreaker account now. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And the podcast probably be short, more specialized content, but you'll love it. So like I said, stay on the lookout for that. Kanice.com, send that link to your friends, your family members, your coworkers, whoever, and hit us up. Tell us what you think. All right. It's Kane, man. Hey, enjoy the game Sunday. I'll be tuned in. We're gonna be tweeting at Glass. Shout out to Glass. Make sure you check out Get With It Sports. All right. We out.